I'm going to build a beautiful mansion, then hide it behind a giant ugly wall, and make my friends recreate it without them ever seeing it, just from what I described to them. And they're also gonna do the same to me with their houses. Oh, the shenanigans. I have so many prank ideas. We're gonna have some fun with this. Now we just need to find a place to build this. We loaded the world on a random seed, so every one of us can choose a location to build, and also keep it secret from each other so we don't see the builds before we start meeting up. And I want my house to have a water theme, so I'm thinking we should build by the ocean. There's a lot of flat terrain around here, so this could work. Okay, how about this little beach right here? There's enough space for me to put my build in the middle and then leave some spaces next to it so Brooke and Red can recreate it. I just need to clear out this mess first, and then we need to figure out the layout of the build. I'm just gonna use some dead coral blocks to mark out how big I want it to be. This is gonna be the main building, and then of course to make it more interesting, I want to add some smaller structures next to it. Now this is looking like a nice shape or a weird face. And the reason I used the dead coral blocks for this is because I actually want them to be the main foundation of the build, so everything else is gonna sit on this. It's very ocean core, but it also gives stony vibes, which is perfect. And to add some texture, I'm also gonna get rid of a couple blocks and then add some different dead corals, just to mix it up, but I want this to be the main texture. And then we can add some spruce wood pillars in all of the corners. And then for the walls, I want to use some white blocks, so of course we're gonna have all of the pale wood options, plus some calcite and diorite. Since this is a house by the sea, I want the white colors to represent like pearls or seashells, that kind of stuff. All of the magical things you find in the ocean. Walls are in place, and I also added some birch logs here and there just for a little bit more detail. And I'm thinking for the windows, we could add some blue glass paints. I think this is light blue, just to add some more aquatic ocean things to it. And I also pretty much figured out a shape for the roof because I want to have a really big one that I can have a gradient on. So first we're gonna make a big medieval roof shape, which is just gonna be out of spruce wood, and then later we can fill it all in with a bunch of ocean colors. It still looks like a pretty normal house right now, so I need to change things up. I want to get all the cyan and prismarine blocks out, and I need to figure out how exactly they can work as a gradient. I'm so bad at gradients, but we're gonna make it work. Maybe. I used a lot of different kinds of blocks to go from dark prismarine all the way over to the normal light prismarine, and I think it really gives like an ocean wave kind of vibe, which is exactly what I wanted. But of course I got carried away decorating the roof, so I added tons of other details like little towers on top of it. Now the roof is looking really cool, but it puts all of this to shame. There's nothing here. We gotta decorate all of this. I'm just gonna try and keep it as simple as possible and just do a little frame around the windows so it's decorated but doesn't obstruct the view of the beautiful wall texture. And then of course I want to decorate inside of the windows so we can have some flower pots and then maybe lily of the valley inside. And I was thinking a soul lantern to match the blue ocean vibes. I also added some pale oak leaves and some dead corals, and I also made a cute little entrance. And now look at this build. It's so good. Now I just need to go ahead and do the back because I definitely didn't do it. Look away. Okay, panic is over. I did it, mostly. Don't look at this undecorated wall. Don't look at it. It's fine. We have a beautiful front of the house. Brooke and Red just can't look at the back, which is why it's perfect that I'm gonna build a giant brick wall all around this. Look at my poor little build trapped inside this super ugly box. It was pretty here and now it's horrible. Also, the bricks are like a weird visual glitch when I move. Ugh, nope. And I also added 2 plots for Brooke and Red to build. They look way smaller than the actual box, but actually this is the size of the house, so they could fit my building on this. And it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, it's just gonna be fun shenanigans. It will be impossible because my description of the build is gonna be super cursed. But first we need to recreate Brooke's and Red's builds without knowing what they look like, and whoever gets closest to the original build wins, so I really need to focus. Of course, we met up late at night, so my concentration ran away screaming.
Okay, so we're at my build. You guys can't see my build, right?
What if I like peek around the corner?
What if you don't? I have to describe this to you. No saying exact block names or dimensions. So the first thing you'll need in your inventory, there's a bright pink block, and then the other block you need is a white block that's also very smooth.
I think I got him.
I think I know.
We're gonna use the pink block to create it's kind of like a squiggle that looks like an S without the bottom line of the S.
So I'm imagining a question mark kind of a vibe.
Yeah. It is like a question mark too. Yeah.
Okay.
The other way around.
I'm going
right?
up a story.
Because it's like an S.
It's not back to front.
But
Yeah,
wait, if it's like
Oh,
an
yeah,
S
yeah,
shape,
yeah.
then the
Oh my
question
gosh,
mark.
oh my gosh.
Did you mess
I
it?
forgot which way around an S goes.
Oh my gosh, this looks like like someone had an accident with ice cream.
Maybe that's not a bad thing. There's a question mark shape the exact same at the back, like mirroring what the front does.
I'm too bad at building. I cannot do it. I'm too stupid. Okay, I can do it.
And then just like fill in all the gaps with the white. You can just build
Okay.
out the front with white.
And
like,
this touches the grass.
Yeah.
And it's just a white wall.
I also touched
Yeah,
grass
just a
today. It was
simple-
really nice.
If you want to decorate the stairs, for example, on top of the bottom 2 smooth bits of wood is a brand new pink flower.
I know.
Pink
Yeah.
flower.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what have I created here?
Yeah. Does it look like a build yet?
I created a monster.
Kinda.
The door is down the bottom floor in the kind of bottom nook of the question mark.
Ew.
So it's like almost centered but a little to the right, and it's a double door.
Dang it.
And then either side of them, glass.
Dang
is a
it.
block. Oh no, your build's really small.
Wait, what color was the window?
okay,
I didn't pay attention.
White.
White glass.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
spoilers! You said glass.
Okay.
It's such a mess, Brooke. You're describing it so well. I'm just too stupid to do it.
There's a pool on the balcony.
Nice.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Where in the heck am I
So-
gonna fit that? Screaming and crying. I don't know.
There's
anymore.
also a skylight in the roof.
Ah,
you
what is
know,
that block
White
called?
window.
Like I know which block you mean, I think, but I don't know what it's called. Oh my gosh, wait, I found it. Unless I'm dumb and didn't realize that skylight is a window in the ceiling and not a light.
Does it look like a building?
It looks like a building. Barbie's dream house gone modern.
It looks like Barbie
Yeah.
had a really bad day at work and raged on her house.
Pink Barbie with like Among Us sus guy with a mustache.
Wait, my house looks like Among Us, kind
Wait,
of.
I
Sus
can
house.
see it. It's a bit abstract, but sure.
Sus house, sus.
Okay.
And
And then you need the usual lights that we would light a building with, but the blue kind.
Ooh.
Ooh. The large flower that a sniffer can give you.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay, so either side of
Yeah.
the door, there's the big terracotta things, and they have the small terracotta thing in them with a little
Yes.
planty. Actually, the plant is not a flower. It's a plant. It's a small plant that you'd find in like a spruce forest. Yeah.
Ah.
Next to those is the leafy bushes with the magenta flowers on them
Ooh.
on either side of the pots.
Wait, like on the sides of the pots or on top?
No, on the sides, like a separate decoration.
Oh,
But what's
bushes.
on top of the little plant?
Nothing.
Huh? But do we have the right? Wait.
It's not dead. The plant is not dead, if that's what you're thinking.
Okay, what plant is
I'm
it?
using a fern, so
Ah!
I can just say what I'm
There
using.
you go.
No
there you go.
spoilers,
That's a good
okay,
one.
I
just-
can say the things.
Yeah, you can
Thanks for
say
the
it, I just
tip
can't.
because I had dead
Brooke
bushes.
can't.
Then there's a welcome sign hanging above the door.
How do I make them hang?
You might be forgetting something if you're not sure how to make it hang. I'm not sure. Sev like knows what's going on. So there's 2 of the small terracotta pots just evenly placed either side of the big window, and they have a cute little pink flower in them.
Yay.
Yay! The far left of the house is it's just fencing in a little yard.
Which color?
White.
On the second level?
White. No, just on the ground,
Floor.
sorry.
I'm
On the
reaching the snow.
And then in it is one of the flowers that the sniffer drops. There's a tool that creates a specific kind of. Can I say the word?
I already know it. I already did it.
Okay.
I know we're both
okay,
just like pad
do that.
dogs.
Do that. It goes to the stairs and it goes to the door. There's also 2 little shelves where there
Okay.
should be like a blank wall. So one of them has a plant, but one of them has, oh my gosh, some tiny white blocks with green dots on them.
Ooh.
Do you know what it is?
I know what it is. What's the
Tiny
plant?
green. Oh, I got it.
We're nearly done. Has this taken
I know.
like an hour? It has, hasn't it?
It has been an hour.
All right, you can come look at mine.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I?
The
Ready?
big reveal.
Here it is.
Oh.
Look at this. This is so cute.
Oh my god.
Does it look like your builds?
It kind of does. Let's all walk
Fun.
back and just like see all 3 builds. Oh.
Oh my gosh! Oh, they're different. Oh, cool.
So I've got the question mark good.
Wait, when I said pink
Oh.
flowers, you went for alliums.
Wait, what other
I mean,
pink?
go look at my
Is the-
build.
Oh
you went
my
for cherry leaves.
Dude, I'm
You
so
went for cherry leaves.
Wait.
I went for azalea.
Oh.
I did
Yes,
Mojo
Mojo
Doja
Doja
Sussy House.
Sussy.
Ooh, red.
Cute.
Wait, you figured out like the dimensions for the pool.
There's like a lot more pink going on. Okay, we need a winner.
Sev got the shape right. I filled
Yeah.
it in with too much pink. So just at face value, it looks like Sev has the closer like build design.
You had a lot of the individual blocks correct, like the stripped oak and stuff, but if we like zoom out and look at everything, I think Sev is the winner.
Winner, chicken
Yep.
dinner. Chicken.
Wow, chicken!
I win.
Oh my gosh, not the fox.
No! Red! My chimkins! My chimkins! Now it's time for round 2, and let's see if we can recreate Red's build and win again.
You're
The
gonna
sign.
face towards the sign and build
Okay.
behind the sign.
Okay.
Okay, the sign says
Also,
I smell.
Sev, you stink.
No, you stink.
The
Wait,
sign says you says I smell.
I didn't say that. My sign says that I stink. This is so mean.
Rude. I deleted the sign because I don't like it.
Okay, I also deleted. Wow. Wait, I missed click
Okay.
in the air. This is so bad. Okay. Ha! I
Yeah,
broke
I
it.
caught you in 4K doing that.
Okay, so
Go into your inventory and get a block. It has white polka dots, so if we can say colors.
got it.
The next block is a red block that comes from sheep. And we are going to build something that Rapunzel would live in. And you'll build it up a little bit taller than the white walls next to you. The sides of the square should touch on a full block side. So not like diagonal to each other.
Dang it! I have
But
to
this is
take
the
out
basic.
everything. I'm world editing this.
You could just
I'm doing
like
it with world
Wait, you're
edit.
world
change, like-
editing?
Oh, Sev. On the corners, place the smooth wood block in front of it.
Yeah.
Take the wood pieces you can walk up, create like a hobbit hole entrance.
So this is
the
where a
four
door will
corners.
go.
We had to decorate the walls with little hobbit hole windows, and it was already starting to look like a typical Red build.
Create another window by punching out some of the red. So punching
Lahas.
out some of the red blocks to create another window like you have for the other ones you've created so far.
And do we fill them all?
They're not full blocks.
Oh, but do we fill in all of the windows?
I just broke all the glass again. Okay, I shattered all
I
my
like you're
windows.
used to using full blocks.
And you just made at the top another window that's like in one block.
What?
No.
What did we
Describing-
make? I didn't
Okay,
make
so
that.
So
Can
to
I
create a
scream
little
loudly?
bit smaller of
Seems like losing
like,
it. And I'm
what?
like,
the thing that helps you put animals in pens,
Yes.
but the one that opens and shuts, and placing it above the trapdoor
you said the word trapdoor a lot.
and opening it.
This
Yeah,
is
this
not
looks
it.
like
The
a
biggest thing is like
not-
how far in between you like built things up.
What?
I'm just struggling. I'm like, should I be struggling? Like, what's wrong?
Above the fence gate, since you know which it was now, you're going to place a oak block.
You said oak.
You said oak.
Uh-huh.
Spoiler.
We've been using that the whole time, or have we not?
Yeah, but
Uh,
we never confirmed
Wait,
that.
I've been using spruce this whole time. No, I'm kidding.
We're just gonna like copy that same thing.
I'm making something
All the
really
way around.
horrible right now.
Trust the process, Sev, okay? I promise it's cute.
Yeah, maybe she just doesn't have the vision yet.
I don't have the vision.
The trapdoors should be touching the smooth wood.
Oh, I just want to see what Steve comes up with at this
I
point.
know,
Okay.
me too.
No, wait,
Okay, I made something. It looks super awful.
So then you're just putting the upside down, climby, uppy, downy things
it.
against the beams that you just filled in. Now we're gonna do the roof, and there's 2 block types.
Can I
Okay.
scream somewhere?
So the first block, we're gonna grab the lightest wood tone
Ooh,
Yeah.
the smooth version
jungle
and the
wood.
piratey one.
and the wait,
What?
piratey.
Like pirates
Piratey.
will walk the
Oh,
I thought you meant like there's a piratey wood in the game.
The other block you're gonna grab, you combine something pigs like, and then you take
Yeah.
this and combine it with wheat to make this block type. You're also going to take the climby up and down versions of each of those blocks.
It's roof time.
something weird.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
Split.
taking artistic liberty or just like a shoe.
that is a-okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
good.
the roof is gonna be a little bit weird.
I
but
was going a
dull.
bit too crazy with the mud myself.
You said the
Me
word.
too.
You said the word.
Stop.
Wait, we're using mud.
I
was
did.
using jungle.
I
wood,
didn't
just
say
kidding.
it.
But yeah, I don't want to give you any clues, I guess.
Can't let Sev win again.
Eh.
True.
Oh, I won't win this. I created monsters.
The pig's favorite block plus wheat. Those are gonna be like lined up all the way up the middle.
I made everything out of mud.
So there's just lines, like a line up and down, and then the in-between bits are just filled in with the light-colored wood. Now that there's a roof on top of it, that is completing the main like Rapunzel structure. To the right side is where we're gonna build another build.
I don't even have
I'm
space.
just laughing when you said Rapunzel Tower because mine is more like a chonky little mushroom thing. It's not quite right.
And while they were distracted, I was so cheaty and just moved my build with world edit so I could fit the other build to the right. Teehee. I cheated.
No more world edit.
Then we attached another building to the side, and of course it was just absolute chaos.
Tell me, why is my build an uneven nut? I did the A-frame roof, and I'm like, there's 2 middle blocks.
So wherever there's a white full smooth block, you're going to use full blocks of the piggy block. Wherever there's a climby uppy down on the roof trim, fill it in with the piggy block.
I'm gonna climb
fill
up
in
and
the
down
roof.
your walls, screaming in agony. Ah!
When you're trying to get to a lush cave, there's a tree at the top. Those leaves, I spammed on top of both of the roofs. Spammed them on the roof in bits. I
Yes.
took those 2 red blocks you've been using, and I made little mushrooms. They're tiny, so it's like
Okay, got
one
it,
of
got
the
it.
glasses and 1 block.
We also added a bunch of bigger mushrooms, and then the build was finally done.
Yeah, we did it. Should we back up to look at all of them?
Yeah, should we look at yours first? Is
Yes,
that what
You
we
can
do?
come and look at mine.
Oh,
are we ready to?
That's what you meant with. Oh my gosh, I'm so.
Oh, yours is like mine, but way cuter and better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you made like
okay.
a curve here. That was like I was struggling with this part here. I did
I
everything
could
wrong.
tell you were struggling with this.
yes.
I got all of these blocks in the correct order, but yeah.
Oh, you did it right. I'm too stupid.
All right, who do we think
Who
wins this
won?
one? Yeah, the roof shape that Sev got is like taller, which is closer, and the height.
I think Sev's looks overall more like yours.
Yeah, we'll say you win this one because you got the
Yes.
height of
Willing to
the.
concede
Wait, that means I won.
And
And
then
now we
it'll
gotta
just
go
be
to
like
Steph's
me
spot.
and Red facing off, so Sev can't win this next one.
Aw.
Ooh, yeah, she can't win the next one.
Oh, we'll
Yep,
see
here we
about
go.
that. And now it's finally my turn, and I get to describe my build to Brooke and Red and confuse them. Ooh woo.
It's kind of cute.
So this is my build.
Giant brick box.
Please recreate.
Oh.
I'm gonna start with like a lovely sentence about my build that I got from our friend Infinite Drift. When I showed her the build, her first reaction was, it looks like a mansion for a sea creature, but if it was the CEO of a company that makes furniture and also a vampire. So just like keep that in mind while you build.
What
This is
on
a building.
earth? This is
that looks like
one
all of those
building?
things.
Yeah, it's not like 3 builds in one.
Get confused. Okay, now
Yeah.
comes like the actual
Sea
build
creature
description.
vampire house.
Okay, we're gonna start with the layout of the build. And the layout is basically one big rectangle.
Okay.
Made of what?
So the build stands on solid blocks that used to have color, but I dragged
Okay.
them out of their home, so they kind of died from being homesick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 different
Okay.
kinds.
Times 2. And it's
This
a
is, like,
solid
quite big.
rectangle because you said
A big
foundation.
rectangle?
Make a big rectangle, but leave spaces on left and right because it's holding its baby
Oh.
rectangles on each side, and then the third baby in the front of the big one.
What? Baby rectangle?
Okay.
What?
I'm just
Okay.
making this extra cursed.
I love this description. It's so funny. I mean, I think I've done what you've said.
Yeah, I think
Should we
I'm
fill it
getting
all in?
there.
Wow.
I filled in the whole platform.
Why though?
Okay.
Remember,
I'll
it's,
change
it's
the
also the
flooring out if I need
walls,
to.
so it's like it's not just gonna be 1 block high, but also less than 3.
Yeah.
So you know. Okay,
Okay,
so now in
Alright.
every corner there's a stripped pillar made from everyone's favorite wood type.
Just
Every
It's
one.
corner.
not my favorite, but okay.
Do we just
On
have to
top-
guess how tall they're going?
Yeah,
Is
in
it like
every
2
corner,
floors worth or 1 floor worth? Like,
1 floor,
Height.
That's a good way to say it.
1 floor.
Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna be so cursed. So let's now work on the walls. So like the stuff
Huh?
in between the tall pillars. The walls are the colors of pearls, but a lot of different blocks of that color, like bird poop
Wait.
or polished bird poop,
Oh.
or the tree my favorite mob lives in.
Okay.
Wait, the tree. My favorite mob lives.
Yeah,
in.
a mob that lives in
got
a
it.
tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So,
mob that lives in the
Girls.
tree. Why am I blanking on this?
That comes
Do
out
you
at
even
night.
watch Her Forever World?
Do you even watch my single
Yeah.
player, Brooke? Oh my gosh. Just kidding.
I'm just blanking on any mob that lives in a tree, unfortunately.
Think of like an update that
break-
was recently. Like,
That was the
That's so-
pale
You have to describe
yes, Brooke, it was.
Oh, okay.
bird poop.
Bird poop and polished bird poop. You know, the one that looks like marble.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
one more that's just like dotted around. This is gonna
Yeah.
be hard to explain. So anybody a fan of Gemini Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the word. I know it.
You
I
know
know it. You don't have to say it.
You're putting
You don't have to say
fish in this?
it. Leave Reed in the dark. I've got it.
Very
I
good.
got it too. I know what it is. I'm
Dang it,
fine.
I shouldn't have said wood.
Also,
So like
fair.
fill in the walls on
Funny.
all the rectangles.
Doing the walls, making my way to the sides.
I'm in your walls.
I'm in the walls.
I'm in your walls. I'm under your
No,
bed.
you're not.
Have we done
The roof?
windows yet?
No.
Nope.
Let's first make the roof.
Whatever you say.
Let's first do the roof trim. Brown stairs and blocks from everyone's favorite wood type.
You said
Oh, okay. everyone's
stairs.
favorite.
Oops. Well, I'm not gonna say climb me
Okay.
uppy down. So like starts with the like
Okay.
normal
Yeah.
climb me uppy down,
has-
upside down, climb me uppy down, full block, and
Got
then
it.
it repeats over and over and over until it meets in the middle, and then of course it's a one block center.
Oh my gosh, why is my build even again?
Oh no!
Now we're gonna fill in the roof, and the roof itself has a
Mhm.
gradient like an ocean wave.
Ooh.
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 Are you gonna give us
Okay.
more
I'm gonna
specifics
give
or
you.
not?
It goes from a dark sea creature droppings, and then
Sorry?
to nether
A
blocks.
dark sea creature dropping.
There are 2 nether blocks that are coming next. So the next one is from a tree, and it's what you craft the log into. Then the third one is gonna be something else from that tree, something that could also grow on your body.
Yeah.
Yep. Then the next one is a sheep block. And then the next one is the stripped version of that nether tree. And then the last one
Okay.
is
Goodness.
a light
Yep.
sea creature dropping.
I understand the oceany kind of energy that's happening now.
It's
I
party
have
in
a
the front.
very strong inkling that my roof shape is 90 degrees tilted compared to what's
What?
being described. We'll see at the end, though.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
We'll see.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
That's what makes this
well.
fun.
And then I forced Brooke and Red to build the 2 little towers on top of my roof, and it was just absolute chaos. Then we continued with the entrance and the windows, and of course I had to make it cursed again. And the window is filled in with a very thin material made
Mm-hmm.
out of stuff.
Window material.
Is it a
Okay.
colored
It's made out
stuff?
of window material in the color of the ocean. Okay, and then above the window, like a little thing to decorate it. Something you can cook food on, but you have to beat it up with a shovel. There's
Yep.
gonna be one big terracotta thing on the left side. And on the right side, there's gonna be a small one. And inside of
Okay.
that is gonna be a flower
Okay.
that has a name that could be the name of a person. And it's also
That
white.
could be the name of a
Right.
person.
I don't know anyone. Wait, Drift's cat. Drift's new
Uh.
cat. Drift's new cat. That's the
Yeah,
name.
got it. Got it.
Yeah. Nice.
I didn't
Things
really
are in
do
place.
the back or the side, so wait, are we done?
So we done?
We're done.
Oh my god.
Oh
Do
my
it?
gosh, I'm so dead on the inside.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
okay,
is a fun
okay.
build.
Can I go back
I
and
can
look?
see the
Can I go back and
oceany
look?
vibes. Should we back up?
Ooh, ooh.
Okay, are we ready? Whoa!
Oh.
cool. Yours
Wow.
is like a cooler version of mine.
I was right. My roof was opposite directions. I think Brooke won because her main roof is actually
Yeah,
the
it's
correct
like
direction.
the
And
roof is like
the basis of
Yep.
the whole thing.
Brooke wins.
Yeah, you won something. I got real competitive for some reason towards the end.
This was so much fun and I had the best time confusing my friends. And I'm so happy they actually still managed to kind of recreate my house, even though everything I said was so cursed. I really hope you like this type of video, and make sure to check out my friends Brooke and Hello Red, and subscribe to them or I will be in your walls. Just kidding. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!